In a time before time, a piece of the timeline was cut, and the ends woven together. That piece still exists in its own smaller knot. It is a part of time apart from time that can slide along the timeline, making it a time machine. Those who board the time ship create their own time, weaving a new reality, changing the past. And one can write realities, both dark and bright, into existence. After stealing the time ship from the previous owners and writing them out of existence, the fools have traveled back to 1692, where they hope to find details on a secret concordant, a treaty made between three groups of mages that have bound the history of Boston since that time. Parallax, forced to awaken to a possible left-hand path, had traveled down a long and murderous road, but with his friend's help, he has regained his wisdom. Hannah, who can't remember their past, and now find themselves having written their own family out of existence. Mona, reality architect, and faithful to the God Machine. Ethyl Stubbs, the last descendant of the Ward line, and linchpin of reality, though she doesn't yet know it. Together with a stranger, Rex, and Parallax's newly married wife, Elora, these fools have traveled into adventure. They are running out of time. All right, I'm going to do the thing where I set the scene, and then we're going to jump into it. Everybody ready?
I'm going to go save that kid. Mm-hmm.
Classic saving a kid. The stone wall of the time ship slides open, and just beyond is a forest covered in snow. The make it 6 time travelers stand at the opening, looking out into the snowy wood, where a young Native American boy runs across the snow-covered ground, bleeding streaks of red into the freshly fallen snow. Behind them, there is a dark shadow, and before you can analyze it more,
sorry.
Let's roll. Let's roll for initiative. So everyone rolls a d10 and adds their dexterity and composure.
Do you want it in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, that is not very high.
No, it is not.
Caity has a 7. Charlie has a 6. But Trevor, Parallax has a 15.
What?
Ethyl?
9.
9. Okay. So, Parallax, as you see this, your instincts kick in. Time is your element. And shut the door.
It's a shame. Yeah. I feel like that would be the old me. The old me would just turn around and be like, oh, no, it's too cold. Because woefully unprepared for this. But no, I will. So it's a group of people following this kid, right? That's what's happening.
No.
Or you just see a kid just running by with a streak of red.
Yeah, he's bleeding out. He's about 40 feet away from you. And there is something, not a group of people, but a something following him.
I am going to create a space spell and sort of lengthen the distance between both parties.
Okay, elongating the forest. Now, if this kid is a sleeper, there's gonna be some paradox involved in this. But how long do you want it to last for, this spell?
Oh, just long enough for him to get an edge.
All right.
I want it to be as subtle as possible.
Why don't you roll Space Gnosis then? Any yantras? You can add one yantra in one round.
Yeah, I'll use my pocket watch.
Okay.
3 successes.
Using your pocket watch reduces the paradox die pool, but because of your increased gnosis, you actually have a decent paradox chance here. Would you like to spend any points of mana to reduce the die pool from 2 to less?
I feel like I want to say yes, but I am struggling in the mana front here. But you know what? Yeah, I know paradox is bad. I'm wise enough to acknowledge that. I will use a mana to reduce that pool.
Okay. With one die, there is no paradox. As the spell twists reality, the forest lengthens, and the monster, or whatever that was about to catch up with this young person, does not reach them. You can see it now as it's pulling through the distorted space, seemingly unaffected by it. It has long, matted, dark hair. It has a feral look in its eyes, but it's moving so fast, even through the distorted space, that it's tough to figure out what it actually is. You can use your action at any point to study it. And Victoria, it's Ethel's turn.
Can we see the creature now too?
Yes, you can all see it, thanks to Parallax slowing it down.
Can I choose to study or take a closer look at the creature?
Absolutely. Which mage site are you using?
I guess death.
Ethnosis. Next up to bat is going to be Caity and Hannah.
Okay, I'm going to use, so I use my entire action to investigate.
You can like move a little bit too, but it's like you're not very easy. It's not going to be easy to study it and cast a spell.
I think I'm going to go with Spirit Sight.
Okay. So yeah, Spirit Gnosis.
I rolled so many dice to end up with 3.
Three
That's
successes is relevant. You can tell that this thing has killed before, multiple times, many times. It's killed animals and people. You can also tell that it has a soul.
Can I tell how it kills them? If it's from like biting things or slashing things or from a tool it carries?
Hard to tell. Like, its whole body is just covered in death.
Okay. But it is a living thing.
It has a soul.
Mm.
It is not dead.
Okay.
Well, I got a 3 on Spirit Sight.
It is a spirit. It is a powerful spirit infused into the form of a person. Roll me an intelligence occult check.
1.
You've heard that there are spirits that have been like instilled inside of people, but you never really studied up on it.
But we do know about 1 because isn't the Nemean spirit?
Oh,
over
yeah,
the body?
that's right. The Nemean did do that.
Okay, I can't tell what kind of spirit it is. Just that's spirit. Okay.
Wait, how many successes on that spirit site?
3.
The spirit is a spirit of blood, of consumption, and the spirit is a spirit of the new moon.
Oh. Cool.
Is it nighttime or daytime?
Is in fact nighttime. It's nighttime now. Though,
I think Hannah also would have run out a little bit.
okay, so you've left the inside of the time ship, and as soon as you step outside, you feel the temperature change. It drops. It's cold here. And you also feel different somehow. Mona, what do you do?
Mona's gonna be a little reckless and run between the spirit and the boy.
Okay. You rush forward. Are you using magic to make yourself cover the distance extra fast, or just your athletic prowess?
Would I make it without the magic?
Depends on how you do on your athletics roll.
Let's see.
All right, you got to run 40 feet in thick snow. I'm thinking that it's a dexterity plus athletics check.
5 successes.
That's an exceptional success. Motivated, powered by the God machine, you stride like a titan, leaping over buried rocks towards the child and slide in the way, kicking up snow in front of you, giving a -1 penalty to the creature as it swarms in with an arm that lengthens longer than it should, and it tries to claw you across the face. Would you like to spend a point of mana to reflexively activate a mage shield?
I have no mana.
If you would like to, you can burn the mana directly out of your pattern, taking a point of damage and gaining 3 points of mana. All right, you take 1 bashing damage as your nose bleeds and you activate forces.
Yeah.
All right, you have 4 points of armor as this creature slams in with a massive claw. And it was a good choice to activate that mage shield, because you still take a point of damage as the impact thrusts you back. And it's a point of lethal damage.
Okay, so I have 1 lethal now, 1 bashing.
Bashing.
Okay.
As it stands before you, you see that its hair is coated in thick, dried blood. The young boy turns as you slide out, apparently from nowhere, with his spear, which you now see him holding. He's going to turn and try to make a stand against the creature. Back on the time ship, Rex lights a cigarette. Alora stands in a panic. As Rex lights that cigarette, however, you see for just a moment that the creature's red eyes look around. You're not sure what it's looking at, though. Parallax, it's you.
Yeah, I'm afraid to leave the spaceship with what I currently have on me, in fear that I won't be able to get back. So I'm going to turn around and head to the whatever that contraption is called. They can make stuff.
You're in the modularium, but what do you call the giant machines that make matter? It's a good question.
Yeah, no idea. I'm going to have to defer that to someone that's more clever than I. but I definitely want to make some stuff. Like I need plenty of blankets, maybe some cloaks, something fitting for the time period. I would love like a flint stone or like a knife or something to make fires. Yeah, I don't know. Some water pouches would probably be helpful. I already have some food on me, so that should be good.
It takes some time to make
Yep.
each item, and it's going to take you time to walk over to the thing. Since these combat rounds are very, very quick, it's going to take you out of the fight to make all this stuff. Unless you could, I don't know, control time somehow, which you're not sure how that works inside Time Ship yet.
You know, that is true, because, you know, the last time I tried using time again, it didn't go so well. But now that we're actually sort of established in an actual timeline and the door's open, maybe it's worth a shot. Yeah, I'm a master of time. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make all these things in like an instant, and then it'll be cool. We'll be back in the fight. So yeah, I'm gonna cast a time spell and see how badly it goes.
Okay. We're going to
Yeah,
return to
that's
the
cool.
consequences of that time spell as we come back to your next action. But in the meantime, Ermengarde, Victoria playing Ermengarde, what do you want to do?
So I want to. There's like a decaying spell I had used before. I can't find it in the book. Can I do it range, or do I have to touch the thing?
I think with Death 5, you can do it range.
Okay.
Withering. You can do it at range because you have Death 5. It will deal 1 point of lethal damage. If you would like to overreach, and you would also like to spend a point of mana, you can make that aggravated damage.
What is the big difference?
Lethal damage heals in 2 days. Aggravated damage heals in 1 week. It fills in a box. When your boxes are filled with lethal damage, you start bleeding out. When your boxes are filled with aggravated damage, you've been dissolved into nothing.
Okay, I will pay the mana to do the overreach.
Okay.
What do I roll?
You're going to roll Death plus Gnosis -5. But also, would you use any yantras as you're casting this?
I was just going to say, can I use my shovel and use high speech?
You can only use one. High speech will add 2. The shovel will add 1, but reduce the paradox.
Shovel.
Okay. Would you like to spend any additional mana to reduce the paradox die pool from 2?
No.
Okay.
I hope is the right answer. All right, so 2.
With 2 aggravated damage, the flesh of this creature begins to just slaw off in hairy clumps of skin and tissue.
Gross.
Which brings us to Hannah.
That is perfect. So this person creature is already like falling apart a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to turn what's left into bees. No, so I could either make it a lot weaker, so then that kid can fight it and defeat it. And we can be like, whoa, what was that? Or turn it into like a wolf or some native creature so that when we kill it, it's less suspicious. How weak would you say it is?
No, I would not
No.
say it is weak.
Is life force assault a paradox involving?
Oh, yeah. Because of the paradox that's happened already, you can all tell that there's a sleeper here. It's probably that kid.
And so we're turning it into something else.
Mhm.
Would degrading the form, though, be visible. It's pretty, it doesn't, you can't see it. It's happening internally. There's no visible physical change.
Yeah, I'd say that there aren't sleeper witnesses to that if you were to degrade the form.
Yeah. Because I could also make the kid a lot stronger, but I think that doing magic on a
notice.
sleeper would totally do. Okay. I'm going to degrade the form of that creature so that it doesn't cause as much harm. Maybe that kid could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, roll that. It's life gnosis, but it's -5 again.
Why is it -5?
That's a good question.
I don't like that. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Okay. Are you using any yantras as well?
Yeah. Oh, I do have okay, so I have a knife. So I'm going to run towards it with the knife and like shoot the magic with my knife, which is 1. And I'm going to say, actually, can I like move the knife so it looks like I'm running towards it, but like move it in like a sigil kind of?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it did not roll well. It's -2 to their strength.
Okay. They do get a little bit weaker, hunching over as that effect weaves into their pattern. Mona, you can see it as you see through the prime force of magic. And it's your turn.
I have a stake. Like, I did not come prepared with weapons. Only unless you're a vampire, I guess. So.
I mean, most things do not appreciate being hit in the heart with a stake.
That's true. So can I like cast a force spell on my stake to make it deal more damage?
Yeah, it would be a noticeable effect though, because it's going to be real big. So what it says under kinetic blow is that you can make your attack with the stake knock something down or stun it if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to stun it.
Okay, so you're going to roll Forces Gnosis. This is going to stun it if it hits, and it's going to deal extra damage equal to your number of successes. Now, are you trying to just stab it anywhere or in the heart?
I'll stab it in the heart.
All right, so you're going to have to make a dexterity weaponry attack -8.
Wait, am I doing Forces Gnosis as well?
Yeah, so first Forces Gnosis.
I got a 1 for that.
All right, so it's going to deal 1 extra point of damage.
Okay.
And now you're going to roll dexterity plus weaponry -8.
8 dice?
8 dice.
Well, I have nothing to roll then.
So you roll 1 die, and on 10 it works.
Nope.
Was it a 1?
It was a 5.
Okay. So you swing with the empowered stake, and it misses as the creature moves out of the way. It's feeling weak and confused. There are multiple people here attacking it, and it's going to lunge forward, moving ripplingly fast past Mona. With a leap, it leaps towards that boy. And as it does so, its jaws unhinge, opening wider than should be possible. And they descend, crushing into the boy's torso, picking him up in a single bite. It continues to move, starting to bound off into the distance. That kid can no longer take actions because he has no hit points left. Back inside the ship, Rex says, "Damn," takes a drag on the cigarette. Alora looks around and says, "Isn't someone going to do something?" We cut to Parallax. Parallax, how many successes did you get on that time gnosis check?
I got 4.
Okay. Time dramatically slows down, and you calculate that you can go through everything here and create all of those items in the time that you have with the successes on this spell. As you start to build these things, though, like you have to get connected to the cat octopus computer, and you can tell that there is a time anomaly inside the ship. You're pretty sure that you've done it. I'm going to have you roll 3 dice.
This is always good. All right, here we go. Should I re-roll zeros?
Yep.
2 successes.
All right. You sense that the time ship, this part of the timeline that's been taken out, is vulnerable to time magic, and too much time magic can permanently distort or destroy parts of the ship. As you realize this, you also realize that you've committed a wisdom sin, act of hubris, if you will. But with your success, you do not lose wisdom as you regret it.
Oh, well, there's that. Okay.
You've got a bunch of items now. They're all in your
Right.
hands. You're standing at the door.
Everyone's got a blanket. You got a blanket. You got a blanket. We're so set for this winter snowstorm. Sucks what happened to that kid, though. Yeah, so what's the game plan now, gang?
You say with a big shrug. Cut to Ermengarde standing next to you with a blanket now in your arms.
Is the creature still alive?
Definitely still alive, definitely still moving, definitely with a boy in its mouth.
Can I slow things? Okay, slow him.
Yeah, you could try to enervate the creature that is running, slowing it down as you cause its muscles to stop working. If you would like to, you can overreach again, and instead of just slowing their legs, you can cause them to become immobilized.
Sure. I will try that.
All right. So you're using your shovel again,
Yes.
and you're going to roll Death Gnosis +1, -5, so -4 total.
2. 2 successes.
This time, paradox occurs. And with 2 successes on that die roll, I am going to change the subject of the spell. Hannah, your body is now immobilized.
No, I was gonna run after them.
As you feel the death magic reach out towards the creature, then grab the most easy target, Hannah, and subsume their life force.
Oh no, why did that happen?
Do you
Oh,
remember that?
I forgot that as Paradox rolls 2 successes, Ermengarde can, because they know about magic, choose to contain the magic inside them, containing the paradox and hurting themselves instead.
Yeah, I can do that.
So yeah, you feel the spell praying over Hannah, and Hannah, you feel your muscles seize up. Roll your wisdom.
Fine.
No, Ermengarde's.
Just the number of dots I have in wisdom.
Number of dots you have in wisdom, you need to get at least a 2.
I rolled 2 zeros. Or they rolled 4s, but I rolled 2 zeros, so that's 2.
Okay. Well, you take 2 points of bashing damage, and the spell happens as intended. So the magic flies past through Hannah and out to the creature, who stiffens and freezes in place.
Yes.
Hannah.
So I can't do a spell and another action at the same time, right?
Depends on what you'd be doing.
So they're within distance, like I could run to stab them.
Yeah. Yep.
Could I do so what I want to do is supreme honing and use that motion with the knife as my yantra.
I think that those are both your action, but no, I'm going to allow it. Let's do it. That sounds great.
So the action is my yantra, and then I land with the knife in the back of the beast. Fly
Okay.
through the air with the greatest of ease and murder.
All right. Why don't
Okay.
you roll your potency on that check first?
And it's one of my rotes.
Yep. So you can add your rote skill as your yantra, or pick any other yantra that you would like to add.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my rote skill. Just crafts.
Nice.
So it's still -4 now with the yantra.
It's not, because this is a spell that you are casting on yourself. So you don't
Oh,
find that same resistance as you cast it on yourself.
oh man. Okay. So with the yantra, it's +1. It's 4. It's 4. I don't have enough dice. Okay, and that is 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right. The knife rips into their flesh. Oh, wait, no, that's just your swole now. So your
I'm
strength is what?
So swole. My strength is maxed out and could be +2.
Wow. I'm pretty sure that you have the ability to reach and spread that out between your ability scores.
Oh yeah, that is true. Forgot I can split it. So I guess strength and dexterity. So it'd be strength 5, dex 4, which I guess is useful for positioning knife wounds.
If you spend a point of mana, you can raise an attribute above its maximum rating.
I have 1 mana left.
So no,
Yeah. Pretty swole.
pretty swole.
I'm stabbing it with dexterity and strength.
All right, dexterity plus weaponry. It does get. Does it get its defense bonus if it is immobilized? Maybe not. Immobilized, can't apply defense. Oof, it had a good defense. So this is just a straight strength weaponry, or dex weaponry.
All right, so strength weaponry. Do I want to use a willpower? I have all my willpower. I want to kill it. I'm really upset that this monster is going after this child.
Fair.
Yeah,
Use your
one of my
lightsaber.
aspirations is prevent innocent deaths. Yeah, I'm gonna do another willpower and try and. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't kill it. Maybe it's also an innocent that's being possessed. It is a spirit. Okay, I want to just do my normal 5 and hopefully that's fine. And that is 3.
Yeah, that's a solid strike as you dig in with the knife. You cause a large lethal wound of gash, which you immediately see begins to heal. Mona.
Oh no.
Can Mona, if Mona were to fire celestial fire at it, would it reach the creature? Or is
Yep.
it too far?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to call down celestial fire on it?
The kid's unconscious, right?
It seems to be unconscious.
Yes.
Okay. So, celestial fire is a prime gnosis. You're using a yantra.
Yeah, I will speak in high speech.
Do you want to spend a point of mana to have the spell inflict aggravated damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I?
So you're going to roll prime plus gnosis plus 2. Would you like to spend a point of willpower to add 3 more dice? Okay. How big is this dice pool? Prime gnosis plus 5.
My prime is, my gnosis is 5. My prime is 4.
So that's 14 dice of aggravated damage with no resistance.
6.
So Parallax is like, oh, that's too bad about that kid. Then Hannah runs forward to the collapsed form, stabs it with a knife, and immediately from above, the god machine cracks just a small hole in reality and unmakes this creature, just dissolving them into just cracks in the ground, the snow around it having diffused. The boy is uninjured, but this creature is just gone.
Yeah. Good job, Hannah.
What does your nimbus look like, Mona, as you do this terrifying thing?
Yeah. If you look at Mona, you can see a halo of gears of the god machine just slowly rotating in different directions. It's kind of like a see-through gray halo. And you can even hear like some sounds of gears whirring.
As each of your gnosises, gnosi, increase, your nimbuses become more apparent as you cast spells. You should all know.
Well, then mine's you have a hint of like oil smell. It's well lubed.
There's a stillness as the snow continues to fall, but we are definitely out of combat round.
How's that kid?
Oh, he's filled with lethal damage, just like all of their boxes. Filled. Body, big puncture wounds.
Is he conscious?
No.
We should get him in the machine.
No. We shouldn't bring.
What's that? You're
Keep
gonna
him asleep.
you're gonna kidnap a sleeper from 1692 into the time machine?
Yeah.
We've already
absolutely
keep that
not.
one person kind of.
Okay. Well, I mean, we should at least heal him before leaving him here.
Yeah. Can I heal him all the way? I don't know. Do you think he's gonna remember what happened?
You'll remember being chased by something, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can ask him questions.
Oh.
Don't
Only going to be a bad
their
idea.
language. Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to stop some of this bleeding. And I'm going to mend this poor kid.
Rex, with a blanket wrapped around him, comes up through the snow and definitely casts a spell as you are doing this.
Is it -5 because I'm doing it on someone else?
Nope. Yeah, that -5 was something to do with that creature.
That's 7 successes.
With 7 successes, their body is just fully healed. The flesh knits back together. And what does Hannah's nimbus look like?
So they have these ghostly flayed, so ghostly skinless hands. And before they would like kind of go all around their body and like play at them and like pull, but then they also reach towards whatever they're casting the magic on. They're more visible and there's a lot more of them. They kind of spread out towards whatever Hannah's trying to change.
While this boy is completely healed, he doesn't wake up.
Good. Rex, did you just wax on, wax off this nightmare?
I
You
do
gonna
that.
remember this?
I don't think he is, says Rex, still smoking a cigarette in 1692.
That's probably for the best. That was a nightmarish. That was a spirit in a body. So that's not really a thing that just happens. That's a thing that people do, and it's bad. Pretty rare. So either something bad's going on. I feel bad about leaving this kid here in the snow in the dark, though.
You see that besides for the spear, which is dropped back in the snow some ways, the boy has thick furs, which are covered in their own blood. And they also have, peeking out from beneath the furs, a blue and white beaded sash.
Does anyone know anything at all about this time and the people who lived here? Because I probably don't know anything.
My last history class was in high school.
I can know everything this kid knows, says Rex.
Can we get him home? Or
Yeah.
close enough to their home that maybe they'll be found and we won't.
They're from that way, he says, pointing in a direction that is towards the north, in fact. Seems like it's a bit of a hike, though.
Could be a good way to become familiar with the locals. And what a better way than bringing them back one of their loved ones in sort of good health. Saying we saved them, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's gonna be a little difficult to communicate with them. I don't know anything about the relationship
Right.
between the different.
They don't speak English.
Us white colonists destroying everything, and these people who've been here and have been victimized by us for ages and ever. Let's not.
Does he happen to know anything about certain other colonies nearby? Rex?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time piecing together everything because I'm really reading the surface thoughts, but what it seems to be is that there's several other groups around here And there's one group, the Iroquois. They seem to be running or at war with them in some way. There's definitely some white settlements in this area, but I don't think he's ever been there.
Probably not bring him there. Okay. Anyway, we can Wick is so it's a hike.
Yeah, it's going to be a hike through the snow.
Can we wipe this boy's memories of what just happened?
I think I can do it, but if I mess up, it could mess up him.
I mean, this seems pretty traumatic and like it's gonna mess him up anyway, so
Maybe I'll just shift things, make it seem like we weren't here.
Yeah, if that's easier, I guess we can leave him with a nightmare. Or maybe put, I don't know, some wolf tracks around.
All right. So because he wants to make this permanent, it's going to be a big old penalty on this roll. I don't know if Rex can do this, but he's going to try. Yeah, I think I did it, he says. Shouldn't be able to remember us.
Okay. All right. I mean, I could carry him pretty quickly back. I'm pretty full right now. If I could run really fast and carry this kid.
That spell's going to end. In fact, it probably is ending now, unless you want to cast again with increased duration.
I mean, I could do that and just run him back a ways, but it's pretty far out. Can I forgot what it's called, look to see what life is around? I'm specifically looking for humans.
No humans in the woods here. No cottage, nothing that you notice.
Do you know what the range is for that?
It's visual range unless you have space.
Oh, okay, that's what I was trying to do. But, okay.
I hear someone in the party does have space.
Okay, Parallax, do you want to help me find if there's any other people around here? I mean, they look really young.
I mean, give it a shot. Just worried about it paradoxing again.
Yeah, it shouldn't, right? We're just looking around.
Unless you overreach, it shouldn't.
All right, then we won't do that then.
Cool. Whatever a normal distance that's still like reasonably helpful.
Is there any particular direction that you were looking?
I guess northwise towards their home. I got 8 or 2 8s. 2 successes.
Parallax doesn't really have sympathy with this area, so it's going to be tough for them to be able to like see out in that distance. There'll be a space gnosis -3. And it'll cost a point of mana unless you have scrying as a rote.
I might actually have scrying as a rote. I do.
Nice. In which case you can add your rote skill as one of your yantras.
Three successes.
With 3 successes, you reach out with your mind going northward, more north until you find life. Your senses swell across this untainted land. You see that there are several paths that people would take through this area. And then, what are you scrying through? Just your eyes?
Yeah, let's go with that.
You could look at my shiny knife, and then we're combining life and space. It's shiny.
That sounds cooler.
It's
Yeah.
also covered in blood.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As you are looking through it, Rex is going to reach out to your minds and connect you so that you all share this vision. You see a small hamlet. It's got a number of constructed buildings, and the area around this has been cleared of snow. It's clear that there are lots of people coming and going from this area, but looking in and around, you see that there are many people who are on watch, many people who are on guard. There's activity, people cleaning animals and cooking over a fire, even though it's nighttime.
So with that space belt, can I tell exactly how far of a hike that we're looking at?
Yeah, you're looking at about 6 miles.
And between here and there, there's
No.
no sleepers. All right, cool. I'm going to use the space belt and sort of traverse that to make it like a mile between us and the encampment.
All right. You're going to do an extended duration on this to last for an hour. And anything else? This is a improvised space spell. So it's going to cost a bit of mana.
Yeah.
Because you're not really a space mage.
Yeah, it's going to cost me a point.
You could technically just portal there. You could open a rip in space. You're going to be casting it on extra subjects. What's your space? How many dots in space do you have?
So I do have space 3, but I also have portal as a rope.
Okay, so you get free reach on that, and you could bring everybody through. But it's still going to be a -5 penalty.
Ooh. Well, I guess I'll do that, but also I will use the willpower.
You can also use yantras, of course.
Yeah, so can I use 2 yantras?
Yep, because you're not in combat rounds, you can use yantras given by your Gnosis. I think you have Gnosis 5.
Yeah.
That's 3 yantras.
Oh. I guess that's so. All right. If that's the case, I'll use high speech, my pocket watch, and my sword.
It's
There's
4
4.
yantras at Gnosis 5.
Oh, jeez.
So all of you
okay.
4 yantras to your spell casting.
All right. If that's the case, I will create a glyph in the ground to make it a 4th yantra.
+2.
Use my sword, pocket watch, and high speech? Or-
You can use one dedicated tool, so +1 for the sword, +2 for high
Okay.
speech.
So what would I do for the last one? I don't even know. Oh man, no, that's awful.
You could actually use the boy as a yantra since he's connected to that place.
Really, that sounds like a great idea. So yeah, I'll do that. So that gives me
+7.
plus-
-5
plus 7,
is
plus
+2 ultimately.
Oh. Oh, so I won't even use a willpower then. If that's the case. So yeah.
What do you say in high speech?
Let's see. So, well, in high speech, doesn't not really necessarily English? Isn't it like some sort of?
It's true
I've
speech.
always imagined. Yeah, I've always imagined it as some sort of like Latin or something. But I guess if it's not, then oh boy, what's something cool and fancy I would say to open a portal. But knowing my character, I think I'd just be sort of silly. I think I might just say something like "Open Sesame" and open the little portal. Be like, boom, and yeah, open sesame. So +2 as well. Yeah. Yeah. 5 successes.
The world parts open in front of you, as if opening the seas. What does the portal look like? And what does Parallax's Nimbus look like?
So his Nimbus is a bear. It certainly looks like a silhouette, like a bluish silhouette of a bear. And the portal is imagine Portal, the video game, instead of being like, we're blue or orange, it's black. Just a black with like a lot of sparkles flowing from the edges of it. You go through it, you just see the other side clear as day.
At night.
Right.
Is everyone going through?
How close is this to the hamlet?
Certainly closer.
As close as Parallax would want it to be.
Yeah. I would say, well, since I'm doing a portal now, I guess we'll say half a mile from the hamlet. That way, can't risk anyone actually seeing it, and it'll still look like we're walking there. So considerably reduce our travel time.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can leave him within half a mile, leave them, bring them. I don't know about bringing them into the hamlet.
Do you think we should all go? I'm really nervous about if we all leave the ship, we won't be able to get back on the ship.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to recognize like the area within half a mile. Find his way back.
Yeah, but he's asleep in the snow this night out. So do we really want to leave him unconscious in the snow?
He's only asleep as long as I want him to be, says Rex.
No. Well, then how about you and I, Rex, go through the portal, close the portal, wake him up. He'll scurry off, hopefully, to his hamlet, and then we'll come back here.
Can Rex, like, can you drop him on the other side and then Rex wake him up through the portal and close it right away?
Well, they could also risk him seeing it, though.
But what if you dropped him off like a little ways and like turned him over? And that way, he's like lying on the ground facing the other way. You wake him up, close the portal, before he can like look around.
And how close do you have to be, Rex?
I should be able to do it as long as I have the spell active.
Oh, so you don't even have to go through,
No,
right?
You do it from 6 miles away,
Yeah.
assuming you have the
Oh.
connection. All right, so we'll throw them through the portal, and then you just wake them up after I close it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, excellent.
I feel a little bit like abandoning this kid, but
We saved his life, and then we're waking him up. I mean, we're also getting him real close to his abode. I don't think we could do any more than that without risking ourselves. So I think we're doing the right thing here.
Yeah. Plus, like, and Mona like rips a tiny piece of like cloth filament and hands it to Parallax. You can always, check in on him later. Here you go.
Thanks, I guess. We'll be reminiscent of this time together.
So who's going to bring him through the portal? Anyone? Or
And I guess I'll do it since I'm the one that made the portal.
all right.
So I'll drag him through.
As you walk through the portal, get like a slight tingling.
Is my spidey sense going off?
I think it is.
I don't see or hear anything around me.
Not with your mortal senses.
I'll throw out my fate sight.
Okay. There is something faded about this place. You want to roll
Like this whole place.
gnosis? Yeah, something here. There's something fateful here.
That's 2 successes.
Okay. With 2 successes, it's like momentous. There is something important here, or something that will be important.
So it's only happening in the very spot I just ported to, not the place I was just at.
Not the place that you were just at. That's right.
Yeah. So something serious or fated to happen is where I'm sitting right now. I'm just kidding.
You think that it's not quite this exact spot, but you're very close. Do you want to walk in the direction that you feel it is?
Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was going to consider walking sort of in the direction, just a little bit towards this like encampment and see if that's, if the feeling gets stronger.
It does. As you walk closer with the child in your arms, the feeling intensifies. It feels familiar, but wrong here. And then you hear something shift in the woods.
By shift, do you mean like a twig snap?
Snow crunches.
Okay. Does it sound like, footprints, like a person walking, or?
You turn. Roll wits plus composure.
Oh yeah, 4 successes.
With 4 successes, you see a person. They are dressed in furs, crouching behind a tree, and they see you carrying this child.
I sort of wave at them and like trying to beckon them over.
Yeah, roll me a presence check.
Yeah, I am using a willpower for this. And 2 successes.
Yeah, they come out from behind the tree and very cautiously come towards you. You can see now
Um,
that they are a man with some gray streaks in their hair. They're holding a long, sharp knife.
I'm going to be very cautious about going forward with this. He's got the knife. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how he. I'm sort of like I have the kid in my arm still. And yeah, I guess I'll very carefully sort of gestures like, yeah, you can take him, help him out here.
They look at them and take the child from you, putting the knife away.
Okay, cool. And I'm just gonna sort of back away real slowly and not get stabbed, hopefully.
Okay, you've done it.
Cool. And I'm gonna try to make it back to the team.
As you go away, they say something to you in their language.
I probably don't know anything they said. I'll try to remember the phrase of it, but yeah, I'm sure I don't know what it means.
Okay. You go back through the portal. You're pretty sure that they don't see you. And you're back with the group.
Yeah, they definitely saw me.
What?
All right, Rex, go ahead and drop that sleep spell.
He does.
Woo! I hold my hand up to high five Parallax. We did it. All right, let's go back on this ship.
It is cold here.
Yeah, I need to get like a fur coat.
Yeah, no, I guess we'll go back inside, chill until at least it's tomorrow.
The ship has sealed over. The stone wall is now a scaly green stone wall.
And
I
I use, oh, go ahead.
wait, the ship has?
Yep.
Did we all leave the ship? I didn't think I left.
Oh, you're still standing there?
Yeah, Ethel's really scared they're gonna get sealed out.
Okay. Well, that's what would have happened to you. So the ship is still open as Ethyl is standing there.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go in and just call back to Hannah. Hannah, I need some healing. I hurt everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job, team. Are you sure that that kid's okay? And Hannah's gonna walk over and do some healing.
The kid's fine. We'll see how that goes later. If not, then I'll just fix it all, like I always usually do.
I'm so thankful Ethel was paranoid about the ship. You did mention it a few times, and I was like, yeah, that definitely could be
Yeah.
an issue.
Solid move.
Yeah, I haven't come up with a solution to it yet, other than just not leaving or having not all of us ever leave at once.
Mm,
You're all back inside the modularium, it seems. Shutting the door behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want that thing, any other spirits to come on this ship.
It's kind of weird that it was there at all.
Right? What were the
Okay.
odds? The first thing we do when we get off, and then that happens.
Yeah, and it was like a I don't want to say werewolf spirit because that sounds cliche, but it was like blood and destruction and new moon. So I guess we know the moon phase. But I don't know. That's
It wasn't actually a new moon. You can
Oh.
see the moon.
That's weird. So it's not a new moon, but there's a new moon spirit. I know it's not related to our quest, but we're trying to track down some magical happenings. Maybe we need to figure out what that was. Maybe tomorrow.
Did it look like, it doesn't look like a human that's possessed by the spirit, or does it look like a human that's possessed by a spirit?
It was humanoid. It had arms and legs.
But the folks who would have went and got the kid away from it would have seen that it doesn't look like a proper human, right?
No.
Definitely not a human. It also healed really fast, like crazy fast.
Really good at dodging too.
Yeah. Superhuman beast. I mean, we don't have those things. I don't think they're native to this area, so
Hannah, what's it mean that it's a spirit? Is that, could it be like a monster? Or does that mean it's something else that's possessed a different thing?
so kind of both, I think. There's the spirit, which itself is kind of monstrous, blood and destruction and new moon. That's just what it is. Like ethics aside, that's just what it is. And then there's this human-like non-human that's not a spirit, just, some kind of living thing here. And then the spirit gets put into the physical body. But possession doesn't really happen through spirits, I don't think. I think you kind of have to make it happen through like magic. I mean, sometimes it's not all bad, like the Nemean did it, but it's not good to do.
Let's move this conversation someplace more comfortable, says Rex, and starts leading everyone back into the Cosmographicum, where there's a little hut. You can all hang out on some couches.
Oh yeah. Mona throws herself on a couch. Flop. But also looks pitifully at Hannah. Look at my arms.
There is a long scratch on one of Momo's arms.
We've got
Am
two of the slashes.
Do they look funny?
The slashes cannot be healed because they are bashing damage, but you should also have an X.
You know what? I have 1 lethal and then I have 3 bashing.
Tired.
I can't heal those.
Can't heal the bashing because it is damage that they took from turning their body into mana.
Oh.
But you can heal the lethal, that wicked looking cut on their arm.
Yeah. I'll do that. Oh. Only 2.
All right, I guess we gotta try a different door, says Rex.
What do you mean door, Rex?
Well, aren't there more than one way to leave this place?
What's wrong with that door?
It's the middle of nowhere.
Not with a space mage that can make portals to anywhere.
Yeah, but we don't want to accidentally portal to where a bunch of sleepers are at now.
That's true. Actually, can I run out to the door and like, I want to see any ley lines because I am in desperate need of mana.
You're gonna open the door again? You're gonna leave and go open the door.
Yeah.
There is, in fact, a ley line that passes overhead as the wind picks up around you.
Perfect. Can I use some prime to bring it downwards towards me and like take some out of it?
Yeah, roll prime notice.
5.
You bend the ley line around and towards you, which you're pretty sure is not great for reality in general. And you only manage to get 1 mana out of it. But what you do manage to get with that successful that's an exceptional success. And what you do manage to figure out is that if you were to follow this, there should be places where it pools. And in theory, there should be more mana in this ley line than just 1. But you think that someone must be using those pools of mana. There must be someone else on the hollows that you would find if you followed this ley line.
Okay. And I would follow it to basically a well that someone's using.
Yes.
Okay. I'll go back in and let the group know. There is a mage close by using mana if we want to make an alliance here and you know, find someone who's mage.
Are they a good witch or a bad witch?
I don't know.
That's kind of what we're here to do, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Before we leave, can we imagine something that would get us back on the ship? Imagine a key to the door or a transporter or something and make it.
You could
So
try.
Alora let us back in.
How do you open the doors? Says Alora.
It's a good question. I have no idea. I feel like they just opened for us, right?
That does seem to be how it works.
Mhm.
And this little, since she's not truly awakened at the same time, I feel like that might be, yeah, a bit of a risk.
Mm,
I could stay behind, says Rex. I can stay in contact with you through our mind link.
Can we test to make sure it works if we're outside?
Yeah. Seems like we could do that.
No, the time snake is kind of funky. So Hannah's gonna just gets up and goes to the door.
All right. Rex is going to establish that spell as you're heading out. And yeah, you open the door.
Cool. Step out into the cold.
Roll a wits plus composure check.
Oh no. It's fine. 3.
As you step out into the cold, something in the air has shifted. There's a smell, more than just the burning of whatever that creature was. Smells like blood, fresh blood.
Do I see blood?
You don't.
uh, Is supreme homing? No. It's shape shifting, supreme honing. One of the ones where I make my sense of smell really good.
It's not supreme honing, but you can totally do a life spell that does that.
Yeah, I think it's transform life or something. I don't know. Okay. Smell it on the wind. Mhm. 3.
All right. With 3 successes, you change your body to have enhanced smell. And you smell that it's coming from the direction that that creature came from before.
If I smell anything else, is it just blood?
It really smells like blood, but there's a musky smell too, like an animal almost.
But it wasn't there before, and now it is.
No.
If I turn on my life sight, do I see anything from that direction?
Roll another wits plus composure check.
Oh, that's none.
You don't see anything with your life sight.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna test the mental link with Rex and say, hey, there's something there's something bloody going on out here. I don't know if it's the same thing over and out.
No blood in here, says Rex. I can smell it though. Or you can smell it?
Yeah, it reeks of blood out here. I don't see anything, but it didn't smell like this before. So there might be something else. I'm gonna go back inside.
Yep, you step back inside. Gonna shut the door?
Yeah, I am. Thanks for asking.
So what? We're not gonna look for the mage?
No, we definitely should. I don't know if we should go out there right now. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's an Ethyl activity quest investigation thing, but there's a lot of blood somewhere nearby and in the direction that beastie came from. Hopefully it's not in the same direction as the mage we're looking for is.
Would we be able to tell that at all if the blood and the mage are coming from the same direction?
Yeah, let's say you pool your knowledge and using your spatial awareness, you become aware that if you were to be on the X on the map, which is Hannah's cabin, and you were to go fairly due north, then you would end up in the village, which is the Dawnlands. So that's what that village is called. You would end up there if you went north. The smell is coming from the east. And so that is also the direction the ley lines are going.
What was the other place besides the Dawnlands?
If you go to the east, you would end up where the smell was coming from, where the monster critter came from, and it's also the direction that the ley lines are going.
Okay.
So like we can guess that this is a bad witch.
Or something bad has happened to them.
If I go out in the front steps and look in my prime sight, do I see anything?
Oh, so you're going back out.
Oh yeah, just a step.
Okay. The door slides open, and outside there are several shadowy figures moving around the area where the fight scene was. One of them jerks its head up towards you, and it sees the entrance to the time machine.
I run back in and close it.
It bounds towards you as the door slides shut. Roll initiative.
What is it plus?
It's dexterity plus composure. And you roll a d10 and add that to it.
7.
As the door is shutting, it leaps through and slides across the modularium with massive claws. It looks up at you. Its wolfish, hairy face with burning red eyes. It says in a gravelly voice that you can somehow understand, "Delicious. We will use this." And rushes towards you. What do you do?
I closed the door.
Oh no,
No
it's
more.
inside. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no more. I knew there was a bunch out there. I closed it in.
Back inside the room with couches, Rex says, "We've got a problem. Mona just let something inside. Let's go."
Okay. I'm going to put on a life shield.
Yep.
What's my prime site? Tell me about this thing.
Your prime sight tells you that it is not magic. Yeah.
So what? So if my supernal vision wouldn't show me anything?
Nope.
Weird.
It is not abyssal. It is not magic in the sense of magic that wizards cast. And it is very hungry, and it lunges for you. Do you want to use a point of mana to reflexively activate a shield?
Yes. Forces shield. I have 2 mana. Yeah, I'll use one.
Okay. You slam a force field up before the claws can reach you, protecting yourself. The rest of the party rushes into the modularium, but they're not going to be able to take an action until after the creature has acted again and you have acted again. So it's your turn next.
I scream out, like, "Don't mess with us, werewolf. We're here to talk to your mage boss." And then I'm going to go invisible.
You disappear. Roll your forces plus gnosis. How long do you want to be invisible for?
Like 5 minutes.
-2.
3 successes.
All right. You vanish. The creature
And I'm moved to the side.
looks around. It smells where you are. And it lunges for you, taking a penalty on its roll because you are invisible. Again, your force's shield protects you as it slams against your force's shield. The rest of you can take actions. There's another one of those things, like that thing that Mona obliterated before. It's attacking an invisible Mona. You all saw Mona disappear. You all see it attacking something that is preventing it from hitting it with force shields.
You all heard Mona say, "We want to talk to your mage leader."
No, it heals so quickly. Oh, I have my lightsaber still.
You sure do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go after and try and decapitate the monster with my lightsaber.
All right, it's gonna be a
There's no
minus.
sleepers here.
Gonna be a -4 penalty for its defense. It's a dex weaponry.
That's not great. Well, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna burn through so much willpower. So it's Dex weaponry -4.
Yep. Because it's fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna do supreme honing first. I'm not gonna. I will be a chance die.
All right. As you're going in for this supreme honing strike, Ethyl, Parallax.
I'm going to cast a time spell, even though I don't want to, and I'm going to basically freeze it in time. Yeah. With any luck, Hannah will kill it relatively quickly.
Okay.
And I will use a. Oh no. Nope, I will not use a willpower on this. But yeah. Let's see how this goes. Actually, I'll use my pocket watch as well for this little spell. 6 successes on that roll.
Okay. Do you want to spend a point of mana to make it lose its defense as you cast Kronos' curse?
Yes, I will spend a mana.
It also reduces its defense by 6, apparently. You feel the spell ripple through the ship. And as you run towards it, Hannah, there's a moment in your strike where your arm slows down and like wrenches your body for a second. So you do still apply a -2 penalty to this roll. But it's dex weaponry -2.
To the attack.
Yes, not -4 because it doesn't get its defense anymore.
Okay. So my Dex is now 5.
Wow.
So it'd be -2 now.
Yep. Just -2.
I'm gonna learn how to use my lightsaber. I fully missed that little jarring action messed me up.
Okay. Ethel, it's all down to you.
I don't have a good idea, guys.
Beat it to death with your shovel.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only thought I have. Can I also put a death shield up on myself when I do that?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll do that.
All right. With your death shield up, you rush forward. Roll a dexterity plus or strength plus weaponry -2.
That also puts me at 0, so I guess I just roll 1 die, Ren.
And if you get a 10, you succeed.
I got a 4.
All right. The time displacement is messing with you both as you go to swing in at it, but the world is like stuttering as you get closer and closer to it. They are unable to punch properly, but they are going to try to hit something. What's it going to be? One of you's invisible, so probably not that person. Can't reach Parallax because it can't move. It's going to have to go for Hannah. Hannah, you got a life shield up?
I do, and it's the higher of my wits or dexterity, so it's a +5 to my defense, which is 2, so my shield is 7.
Oh, so your defense is 5, which means it subtracts 5 from its attack roll.
Okay.
And it also gives you some armor, a life shield does. I thought.
Adds half the character's life rating as both general armor and bonus to defense. So round it up, so 3, so +3.
All right. It does mostly protect you, but in slow motion, you see the teeth bear down and bite into your arm. You feel a tingle of magic as it happens. Would you like to spend a point of mana to reflexively activate any sights?
Yes. But also I have body autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
So any incoming magical effect would be immediately countered.
Mm-hmm.
But I will, I do want to know what it is though. So I will, I guess reflexively, I would put on, I don't know, life or a spirit sight.
Okay. As you put on, which one?
Guys, what do you think?
My prime
Spirit,
sight's
maybe?
still up too.
Yep, not magic.
Are spirits magic?
Not really. Not the same way that magic's magic.
Okay, I would probably put on spirit because they're like the other thing that was a spirit in a body. Yeah, I put on spirit sight.
There is a moment where a wave of consumption washes through you. You take 1 point of lethal damage, and you feel a magical presence in that bite. It's more like a spiritual presence in that bite, as a spirit of consumption tries to subsume you. And that's where we're going to pause this session.
Would this affect my physical body?
No.
You're
Then-
a werewolf now.
I would not be able to counter it. Unless it, personal tilt, injury, or alter my physical body.
Don't worry, we'll find the mage responsible.
And we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
All right. Well, everybody definitely gets beats. 1 beat for playing, 1 beat for participating in a magical conflict. Did anyone achieve any of their aspirations or obsessions?
Yeah, I prevented the death of an innocent.
Yeah, that's a beat.
Going after no, it wouldn't count as justice, right? Put myself in harm's way too.
I don't think it does. No.
Yeah.
Maybe fortitude, though. Anyone else have a virtue that they might have fulfilled in doing all that saving a person? No. What
My
are you?
virtue is prudent.
Definitely not.
Yeah, mine's fortitude. I don't think I did anything fortuitous.
No. No. Like Mona and Hannah did some fortitude stuff. All right. Well, in that case, y'all got some experience out of this. And more importantly, you have some knowledge about what's happening in 1692. There are problems, and those problems want to eat people.
Not the problems I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, and I was just reminded that my virtue's prudence, so I definitely gotta change up my actions a bit.
And with that, yeah, let's call it until another time.